Welcome to Back to Basics, Focus on Flow, a 10-minute digital demo of flow metrics in Jira Software, Jira Align, and Enterprise Insights. I'm Dean McNeil, Global Head of Agile at Scale at Valiantys. Before we get into flow metrics, let's look back to where they began. The Toyota production system, developed by Taiichi Ohno and Eiji Toyota between 1948 and 1975, inspired lean manufacturing in the U.S. One aspect of TPS is kanban, meaning signboard, which Ohno created to support pull production and improve efficiency. Here's a picture of the kanban storage area at the Motomachi plant from back in the day. Kanban has spread worldwide as a lean agile method for just-in-time delivery at a sustainable pace. 4 key Kanban principles are to visualize the workflow, limit work in progress, measure and optimize the flow, and continuously improve. From the flow of work, let's now turn to the flow of value. Simply put, a value stream is the sequence of steps used to deliver value to the customer. It includes the whole sequence from concept or customer order to delivery of value and receipt of cash. It contains the people who do the work, the systems, and the flow of information and materials. Value streams help identify the flow of value and recognize the non-value added waste, or muda in Japanese. What is now known as value stream mapping, thanks to the 1998 Learning to See workbook by Shook and Rother, has its origins in Toyota's Materials and Information Flow Analysis. This looks at the timeline from customer order to receipt of cash and shortens the timeline by reducing waste, which brings us to measuring flow. Flow metrics measure how efficiently an organization delivers value. The Scaled Agile framework suggests 6 flow metrics based on Mick Kirsten's flow framework. 3 of them can be measured at the team, program, and portfolio levels using Jira Software, Jira Align, and Enterprise Insights. These are flow velocity, flow time, and flow load, otherwise known as throughput, lead time, and work in progress. 3 more can be measured at the program level in Jira Align and Enterprise Insights. They are flow efficiency, flow predictability, and flow distribution. Let's start by reviewing flow visualizations available in Jira Software. Aside from Scrum and Kanban boards in Jira, there are useful reports for viewing flow, including the cumulative flow diagram. It shows the various statuses that work items flow through from to-do to done. A widening of the band for any status indicates a potential bottleneck. The diagram is also useful for measuring the flow. Here we define cycle time as the time spent working on items and measure it along the x-axis from to-do to done. Work in progress is measured along the y-axis. Lastly, we can get a sense of our throughput by dividing work in progress by cycle time. Here we have 6 items in progress and a cycle time of 4 days, so our throughput is 1.5 items per day. There are marketplace apps for Jira that can automatically calculate this for you. Here's an example control chart in Jira configured to show cycle time as time spent working on items. We see that the team's productivity is consistent, indicated by a rolling average blue line tracking close to the average red line. Performance is becoming more predictable, evidenced by the narrowing shaded blue band indicating standard deviation. Now, let's see some visualizations in Jira Align. Here's a portfolio-level Kanban board, configured to show the steps for the initiative process flow. Each card shows time spent in a given step and time spent in the overall process flow or value stream. Each column of the board may have WIP limits and exit criteria. Here's another view showing the work in progress by step. You can hover over any of the initiatives to see the underlying connected work items and click on any item for more details. Aside from process flow steps, you can also view work in progress by state, in this case, not started, in progress, and done. For lean metrics, including the cumulative flow diagram, simply click on Lean Metrics near the upper right corner of the workspace. There you'll find work in progress, cumulative flow, average lead time, average cycle time, etc. Now that we've seen standard out-of-the-box visualizations for Flow in Jira and Jira Align, let's have a look at custom views built using Enterprise Insights. Enterprise Insights is a data warehouse built on the Azure platform that receives data from Jira Align via an ETL process. Connect to Enterprise Insights from your existing BI solution to create visualizations of data from Jira Align and other sources in your enterprise data lake to support real-time decision-making. The opportunities are endless. Here, we used Tableau to visualize flow load and delivery predictability from Jira Align data in Enterprise Insights. Flow load measures the total work in progress across all steps of the flow so you can monitor over and underutilization of value streams. Gray represents the backlog and green represents features in progress. Ideally, both would be relatively stable, so we'll want to investigate the spikes and the thin backlog in some areas. Flow predictability illustrates how well program teams could meet their planned objectives. Here, we're using the ratio of committed versus delivered features over time. Low or erratic predictability makes delivery commitments unrealistic. We're using 20% plus or minus as the upper and lower control limits to encourage effective planning. We see here that mobile overcommitted for PI3 and are back within the control band in PI4. Here are two more visualizations created with Tableau. Flow velocity measures the number of features per program increment, also known as throughput. You can see whether program teams are accelerating, remaining consistent, or decelerating from one program increment to the next. Here we're looking for consistency, meaning predictability. The solid orange reference line is the average for a given program, while the dotted orange line is the average across all programs. For flow time distribution, we're using a box plot of feature cycle times to see the typical range per program. Here we see, for example, that the average cycle time for mobile is nearly 75 days. We can click on individual items, such as this outlier in PI3 for mobile, and go into Jira Align for more details. We can also hide our reference lines so we could better focus on those gray shaded areas that represent the middle 50% of feature cycle times. We're looking for consistency and narrowing of the shaded area so we see that mobile's cycle time is the most consistent. That concludes our digital demo of flow metrics in Jira, Jira Align, and Enterprise Insights. For more info, you are welcome to contact me on LinkedIn, reach out to Valiantys, a global Atlassian Platinum Solution Partner, or refer to my and Aslam Khader's book, Scaling Agile with Jira Align. Thank you and have a great day.